So, this is gonna be my last time talking about this, but I want to clear up again. I thought I made it clear in the last videos, but hey, I'm just speaking from the heart. I'm just telling you how it is. I feel like I've been getting gaslighted ever since I started making these videos talking about certain topics. I've been noticing I've been getting a little pushback. Well, I'm talking about like propaganda, and I've always been talking about those type of content. I just bring it up to the next level, and all of a sudden I'm getting a little pushback, but it's okay. I understand everybody's not going to agree with me, and that's fine. Again, I'm being misconstrued. My words are being misconstrued, and it is. Like again, ever since I made these videos talking about propaganda, I got a couple of guys, especially on the Discord, send all of a sudden send subliminal shots at me. Like I don't know, y'all ain't talking about. And I get understand where I'm coming from, and I get having a different point of view, but it's like some cats took what I said a little too personal, and then the disagreement seems like a couple cats are just coming at me instead of just having a critical disagreement. It seems like some of these cats are coming at me, coming at me all greasy, misconstruing what I said and talking about delusional. And first of all, I didn't call anybody delusional. When I said that, like, let's not be too ass-wise-been to the point where we're just delusional, I didn't mean it as an attack. I was simply saying, like, let's not be this, that, and the third to the point where we just be delusional to reality, to all the things going on in reality. I didn't mean that as an attack, but it seemed like when I said that, some dudes took it as like a personal attack, and I wasn't trying to come at anybody like that. But at the end of the day, I got my opinion. Look, I respect everybody's opinion on this matter. All I'm asking is, can people respect mine? And what I noticed that some guys, if they have a disagreement, that's fine, but at least try to come at the points that I made instead of making it seem like you coming at me personally. Cause to me, I'm all about the points. Like I don't care about all this other stuff that people might be talking about. Like, what about the points though? What about the points? That if you have a rebuttal, that's fine. But it actually has to be a rebuttal. Like I don't do 10 for chance. Like point for point, can you rebuttal my points? And honestly, I don't see how anybody can rebuttal my points when at the end of the day, no one's actually wrong on this. This topic, it can be talked about from many different perspectives because any guy that has a rebuttal, anybody that disagrees with me on this and has a different point of view, you're right. I can see your point of view, especially if we're talking about from an individual standpoint. I get it. Yes, you're right, and I agree, and I don't even disagree with anybody. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with anybody on this. I'm just coming from it from a different angle, from the other side of the conversation. And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with coming at a subject from the other side? And this is one of my big issues. It's like dudes only want to talk about a particular subject from one side and not talk about the other side of the conversation. I'm sorry, that's just who I am. I like to talk about the other side of the conversation. And hey, speak your opinion, speak your mind, and get in the comment section. Tell me how you feel, or even make a video because somebody made a video basically telling me how they feel. It was basically about me, even though they didn't say no names. I mean, I know how to read between the lines. Even though the issues that I've been having, basically the videos I've been making it had nothing to do with me, like me personally. It was just me giving off an observation and then talking about the other side of the conversation, talking about issues, bringing to light the issues that a lot of people are not talking about. So basically, like, don't kill. And it is what it is. Like, no one's gonna hurt my feelings. If anybody has something to say, that's cool. At, at the end of the day, no one's really gonna hurt my feelings because I thought I made my points clear. I don't see how anyone can rebut the points that I made. Like, I'm that confident, and I still stand by what I've been saying from a different side, from a different perspective. And I'm not disagreeing with anything you guys are saying or anything guys in the comment section got to say because I agree with that from a different perspective. If you're talking about from an individual perspective, yes, of course, you're right. But the things I've been saying from a collective perspective, there's no way you can tell me I'm wrong. And it's not complaining. I'm just bringing awareness, and I'm still going to continue to talk about these subjects like propaganda, and I think it's hypocritical to tell me that you need to worry about yourself as an individual, this, that, and the third. And I agree with that, but at the same time, it's like if we're going to have this logic, then I don't want to hear nobody make sysbm videos or nobody making thinking black man videos or black manosphere videos because haven't we been doing this for years, like past 7, 8 years? Black men have been voicing their opinions on the internet, whether YouTube, social media, combating against these stereotypes, these negative images, and the narrative that the media placed upon us, including the narrative that this Dago placed upon us, and the narrative that this Mr. Clean placed upon us. That we can only get the bottom of the barrel. I can use Mad Bus Driver as a prime example. I have a lot of respect for Mad Bus Driver because he's one of the guys that inspired me to make videos because he went against the narrative, showing these brothers will attract the women no matter what her background is, going against the narrative that black men, we only the bottom of the barrel or we don't take care of our responsibility. You see these brothers with families, even Mad Bus Driver, even he talked about basically the same thing I'm talking about now, about these negative images in the media, this propaganda. He talks about that. He talked about it a few times on his channel. Like Black Men in Space. He talked about he mentioned Black Manor, that TV show called Black Manor, and then he mentioned the Default Man. That's why I got the Poe analogy. I mean Kung Fu Panda. I didn't notice that until Mad Bus Driver said something about that, how Poe was basically like the white guy in the Asian culture, and then he did better than them, and then he was like the savior of them, basically like the white savior. I didn't know that. I didn't even notice that until Mad Bus Driver mentioned that. And I'm on his Patreon as well, and he mentioned how these negative images and the propaganda, even in these cartoons and stuff like that, Mad Bus Driver be putting in a lot of work, fam. I gotta give a salute and a shout out to Mad Bus Driver. Shout out to Mad Bus Driver. He's one of the YouTubers I really respect out here, man, because he's going against the grain. Look at Kid Organic. Shout out to Kid Organic. He went against the grain. He went against certain narratives, and look what happened to his channels. I always get his channels deleted and terminated because people was hating on him. They couldn't stand this dude going against the grain. I'm pretty sure a lot of black YouTubers had gotten their YouTube channels terminated and everything just because they were trying to control the narrative. Look at Kerry Gockety Jones. He's a YouTuber I really respect, and I hold his word to high value. Look at how many channels he had to terminate because these daggles and these slow tap dudes kept messing with him, kept flagging his channel, and then some of his channels he ended up had to delete them on his own because he didn't want a lot of views and a lot of subscribers on his channel. He didn't want all them eyes on him just to avoid the hassle. Now it's to the point where he really doesn't even make content like that anymore. Shout out to GW3 Screen. Look how many channels he got deleted because of him going against the narrative, going against the grain. Oh yeah, GW is a screen, man. All the historic facts. This dude's mind is like a going the grain against these liberals, the BS they be plotting. Hardcore Tito, he another one. He goes against the grain. He tries to control the narrative that these negative images of black men not being worth anything. These daggles being. He made a lot of videos speaking up for brothers, man, telling us that we're worth something, telling us how treacherous this dagger was. You know, I can be here all day and basically tell you guys a lot of YouTubers that's basically doing the same thing. I just want to let people know that I'm not trying to attack anybody. I'm not even disagreeing with guys. I'm just coming at this from a different angle. That's all I'm doing. Nothing more, nothing less. But I'm just letting guys know in the comment section that, you know, I'm about to take a little break from the sysbm. I'm just going to focus on myself, focus on the black male independence. And I still got love for everybody. I still support sysbm. I still support everybody. I'm just taking a little break from that. Because right now, I kind of feel like I'm getting my throat cut. And that wasn't basically the outcome I was expecting from my videos. Again, I still got love for everybody and peace.